All right, we are live. My name is Chad Hass, seaofred.com. By as always, my friends Jason Porter, Kyle is with us this week. Got a couple huge games coming up. Jason, before we get into it, um, wanted to ask you about repairs requests in the mortgage industry. I heard a friend of mine talking about it earlier today, and I was like, I know just the guy to ask. That's my buddy Jason. So tell me what he was talking about, uh, and let me know what I need to tell him about repair requests.
Yeah, it's a big part of the home buying process for sure, Chad. Good to see you, Kyle. Good to see you too. Basically, what we get into with the repairs request is that's kind of the second phase of the actual home buying process. Once your contract is ratified, both buyer and seller shake hands, if you will, and you agree on that price. You move in then to the home repairs side of things, where you have a home inspector come in, and the long and short of it is the buyer has that home inspector that they pay for, and they come up with a number of items. Just going to pick an arbitrary number, say 7 things that are on that request that they look at, that they go, we really want the sellers to take care of this for us. And that's really when it begins negotiation part two, if you will. So as the seller, you go back into the buyer, or as the buyer, you go back to the seller and you say, hey, we have these 7 things, like for you to take care of them. You kind of negotiate it out a little bit. If you can't come to terms, and this is kind of key, if you can't come to terms, you can actually break the contract and walk away because you did not come to terms on the repair request. So it's a good kind of emergency break, if you will, but it also protects the buyer in the process of buying a house. And one last thing on that real quick. Heard some rumors that because the market's so competitive right now, is it a good idea to waive your home repair or your home inspection request? A lot of times I'm going to say no to that, unless you're buying a house and you've got extensive background as a contractor, builder, something like that, where you don't maybe need that report. It's always still good to get that home inspection done and add that to part two of your inspection and negotiation process.
Hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, or I'm having a little mic issue, so I might have to drop it. It might just be you guys, but now that you talk about it like that, I definitely know what a repairs request is. Great information, Kyle. Before we get into this next stretch of games, wanted to talk about these shirts. Checked out. We've got a Sea of Red T-shirts. Man, we're pumped to have these things back. I wanted to get perspective on them really 30 seconds. Look, guys, Sea of Red and has partnered up with some great T-shirts. It's been a wild ride this year to figure out what the NIL means, and how best to make it work for athletes. But from my perspective, and John echo this at a Sea of Red, is how fun it is and how cool it is. Put something out like this. We know that every one of these that we sell ads are getting a little bit of money, not only the money, but just being able to put their name out there and stuff like that. That's got to be cool. Kyle, I wanted to get your perspective. From my point of view, love it, man. It's making if like we're helping the athlete or experience liberty, exposure. We're selling some cool merch, seeing it out there. What's it like for me? What I'm gonna straight up ask, what is cooler about these shirts? Money, the check that you're getting, or just fact that people are supporting you wearing your? Which one do you like better?
I think it's definitely got to be the support. I think especially like, for instance, just seeing it out and about. Sometimes I remember being at County Smoke and just seeing somebody wearing Darius's shirt at the putt putt course, and just it's just really cool to see like how the community, especially kind of this Liberty community and fan base that we have, how they pour into us and support us. And it's always cool to have your name on something like that. So it's been a super cool process for sure.
Yeah. Kai and Darius and Demario Douglas, all those guys have kind of pioneered with us, and how many mistakes do we make along the way? And it was kind of a wild ride. But here we are, we got these awesome shirts for sale. Pre-sale ends tomorrow night, Friday morning actually. So get your orders in, and and we'll keep these things rolling. And trying to do is build up, doing pre-sales for a while. You don't know how many people will buy, and then after that, we'll take in like a lot of orders where you order it, we can ship it to you. So where we're headed. Just want to give everybody a heads up that we're trying to slowly put this thing so that way we can, Liberty athletics for generations, not just this year, not just so he can drive his lamb to school or anything like that. Let's pull this other view here. want to get Kyle, main man, on the stage here. You got four games coming up. I know you got you tomorrow night, and then I mean they're all big, but in my perspective, a huge one on Saturday night against Jack State, and then a few other games, Miss Bellarmine, and forget who the following week. But I know you got big games coming up. I know you're taking it one game at a time. I know that tomorrow night's opponent is the biggest opponent. We know all that. But just how important is this stretch of games for you guys, especially coming off of canceled games, health of the team and the motivation of the team? Is there any rust that you need to kick off? What do you do prepared for such a important stretch of games here?
I think you definitely see like this big stretch of games that you talked about, like 5 games and however many days it is, and you think back, man, we haven't been out there in a little bit, but it kind of gives you perspective on, like, coach says it all the time, you can't be grateful for something that you're entitled to, and then we had those games taken away, and so it kind of honestly not was refreshing in a sense, but kind of gives you a new perspective and an appreciation for the games and being able to play those couple days a week in the ASUN or however many opportunities you get. But yeah, like you said, we're focused on this first one tomorrow, and that'll be a great test for us. They were a super tough team, super hard playing team, and you saw that last year. And I think the ASUN tournament when they made it to the championship, and I think you'll see the same thing tomorrow night from them, and we're super excited.
Kyle, how did the week go? Obviously, very, very different the last 10 days or so, whatever it's been. I guess we've kind of all lost count. I'm sure you guys haven't, but how did the routine and the schedule change significantly with games canceled and protocol issues?
Yeah, I think our staff did a great job making sure everything from COVID protocols and that even we were staying in the same routine. So it honestly felt kind of more like a November-ish, preparing for the beginning of the season again. You had more practices, you had some skill days built in, so it was a really, really good time to be able to focus on your game and also the team, and then also kind of get refreshed in the sense of not having the game pressure of last week and stuff like that. So I think it's gonna be good for us, and we're excited to play again for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. So talk to us a little bit about tomorrow night. What do you guys, I kind of feel like I ask this question all the time. Maybe this is just the old Hooper and me too, but I'm trying to get some inside scoop. But what are you guys seeing on film? What's kind of the general scout of what we can anticipate for tomorrow night?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think they're a super hard playing team. Like I said, athletic. They definitely have a winning culture, like you saw last year. Them making it into the championship, like I said, and our coaching staff does a great job preparing us offensively and defensively. So we're just going to come out and hopefully execute that plan. Be hard to play against, like we always say, and try to be defensive minded. But I think you'll have a team tomorrow in North Al that comes and plays hard, athletic, flying around. So it'll be a good game.
Again.
All right. You back, boss?
Okay, I'm back. I have been having mic issues, but I've been hearing everything, and I don't know, like to play alongside a guy like Darius in the locker room. I mean, and when he says all the right things in the press conference and court, he's just as humble as can be. I mean, is that how the guy is? One is talk to his personality outside of what we might see. But second, I want to know what is it to play alongside of a guy like that can go out and get 40 and just kind of can get in that groove, and is just such best offensive player in the country, exciting player to watch in the country, right? To be teammates with that to be pretty cool. Or do you catch your in all times of like, wow, we're lucky to have this guy on our team.
No, I think 100%. I think what you see with Darius in public is what you get in private, like in the locker room, on the court. Like his attitude, his work ethic, who he is as a human being, is what you get all the time. And I think that's pretty unique, especially for how good he is on the court. Like you said, he's probably the best offensive player in the country, and yet he serves our team mightily, and just how humble he is and everything he does on and off the court. So it's definitely unique to play with a guy like that. I mean, like you said, he can come out and get 40 every night, and sometimes our best play is just him with the ball in his hands. And so that's a lot of fun. It gives you a lot of confidence. I think, especially, it's his 4th year in the system. So he's one of those guys that's won 3 straight ASUN championships and been a part of it. So I think he's a big leader in that way. And like I said, he just provides a confidence boost to all of us that, hey, we have a guy on our team that you don't. And like you said, he's the best offensive player in the country. So he's fun to play with. And what you guys see is what we get day in and day out.
Kyle, I think there's some cool nuances that are going on right now that maybe some people may be catching, some people may not be catching. But I always think about the turn of the calendar of the new year as almost 3 different seasons: January, February, March, right?
Yeah. Something paused on me.
Kyle, are you here hanging out by yourself?
I'm just chilling. I'm waiting on you guys. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I can't hear Kyle. Me. It doesn't look like Kyle. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Let's see here. You can hear me? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
I think we lost Jason. It looks
Yeah.
like so. I can't hear you. So listen. You got a big 4-game stretch coming up. We're excited for you. Looking forward to it. I'll get the 2 home games, watching the road games, and hope you guys have a great go at it. And appreciate time all the time with these things. Hey, I hope we sell 100 more shirts. Looks like we're gonna be giving away a bunch of shirts there at the stadium too. So looking forward to that as well. So appreciate all you do, man, and go get them this weekend.
Thanks, man. Sounds good.